Dear friends, as we say hello summer, we at the Forum wanted to try something a little different for this edition of our newsletter in the form of this video message that reflects on what's been keeping us busy and what you should look forward to from us. I'd like to start with my experience working on Mayor Lori Lightfoot's education transition team and finish with the Forum's taking a leadership role getting hard-to-count Latino families to turn in their Census 2020 ballots next year. I've been working closely with education issues for many years. Since our inception in 2008, the Forum is focused on early childhood education to ensure greater participation of Latino children in early education programs. We developed alliances with Latino-serving organizations across the state to advocate for funds and policies that increase access to and improve the quality of early childhood education. And we emphasize policies that meet the needs of English language learners in our public schools. I've lived in Chicago for most of my life, and there has always been a pervasive sense that parents' concerns with our schools are never really heard by our city leaders. In Chicago, we really need a paradigm shift in how the system listens to and responds to parents and educators. When I was asked to co-chair Lori Lightfoot's education transition team, I have to admit that I was really blown away. She requested that our approach focus on rebuilding fundamental values, starting with equity. Ultimately, we asked around 100 people to submit a 2-page memo on what their key education concerns were. In addition, we developed a survey that in about 1 week, 1,700 people responded to. We had the survey translated into 5 languages, and over 100 parents and community folks responded in Spanish. These Chicagoans expressed gratitude for the skills and the heart of the educators who serve our young people. But those same Chicagoans raised another salient point. Too many of our young people are punished by institutional disinvestment and bear the burden of our city's legacy of inequality, racism, and exclusion. It is unacceptable that opportunity gaps persist, especially for Latino and African American young men. The first of our recommendations was to engage in continued dialogue with our communities, to say that those most harmed by history must have input as to our direction forward. Another recommendation is to make our teacher workforce reflect our student population. This is perhaps the boldest of our recommendations, as we have called for an additional 3,000 African American teachers and 5,000 Latino teachers, as well as 150 Latino principals to achieve equity so that our teaching force reflects our student population. Expectations of Chicago's new mayor are very high, and things are certainly not going to change overnight. But rest assured that there is concerted effort to really address these issues, and I, for one, am waiting with anticipation and excitement to see what changes will unfold, and the Forum will certainly lend a hand to advance our city, our students, and our future. On to other topics. The highlight of the spring was seeing more than 400 friends and allies gathered at our state's capital in Springfield for our 8th annual Latino Unity Day. It gave me a great sense of pride to see so much representation and civic engagement, as this year's theme was focused on equity and building participation in Census 2020. We were thrilled that Governor J.B. Pritzker and Lieutenant Governor Juliana Stratton spoke to our group about what is at stake for Illinois and the census. Among the many reasons why the Forum is taking a leadership role and partnering with Aguerda members and allies to provide crucial information about the census is because 20% of our children are under the age of 5 live in hard-to-count communities. Counting them is critical. I hope that you will join us in this census outreach effort. Finally, I urge you to save the date of November 15th for the Forum's annual Policy Luncheon fundraiser at the Union League Club in Chicago. This year's theme, in keeping with our census initiative, is Strengthen Numbers, Make It Count. As the summer and the city finally heat up, the Forum will remain resolute and vigilant. Adelante!